tournaments in the country. Many of those will make it into this stadium to watch the Minnesota Thunder play host to Miami FC Blues. Hi everybody, I'm Steve Bell. Welcome to the Game of the Week. Well, it's a similar topic that we've talked about, teams making a run to try to get into the playoff picture. Now Miami currently sits in the final playoff spot. Minnesota, on the other hand, struggled early parts of the season and spent most of their time in that last position. Let's get you caught up on the standings. Portland still with that one loss, but it's very close behind them. Islanders tied with 35 points. The Battery and the Railhawks right there, and Rhinos and Impact rounding out the top six. Here are the teams fighting for that seventh and final playoff spot, the two teams that you will see tonight. And Vancouver, Miami joining Cleveland and Austin, the two newest teams in the league. Joined by USL Hall of Fame member Buzz Lagos. Buzz, Minnesota's won 2 games in a row. What are they doing well now?
Well, they're playing very well as a team. Their midfield is clicking right now with Lawrence Olam and Jeremiah Bass. They're really dominating that area, and they're getting timely goals too. And the strong, solid defenses is making a complete team.
I had a chance to catch up with both coaches and get their thoughts on the keys to the game tonight.
I think it's going to be important for our front three to come out and make sure that they put a lot of pressure on their back four to make it difficult for them to play out of the back and set the tone defensively, and then, and make them cause some turnovers for us to win the second balls and counterattack.
I think we're not change anything for the game. Waikiki possess the ball in the midfield, control the ball, knock the ball side to side, create space in the front to penetrate to score.
Minnesota is trying to make it 3 in a row. We've got the lineups and kickoff between Minnesota and Miami coming up next on FSC.
Give your athletes a competitive advantage with Korver Coaching's Make Your Move instructional DVD set. This 5-disc program from the world's #1 soccer skills teaching method will show your players all the moves of the game and bring new ideas, drills, and creativity to all your practices. Get serious about player development with Korver Coaching. You will love it. Visit soccer.com/Korver for a better way to train.
This is Titan 1-4. No signs of life.
Titan 1-4, hold your position.
What do you got?
Unmanned aircraft is identifying enemy sniper.
Copy that. Let's move. Thanks, Reaper 1-1. We got it from here. Sensors coming off target.
Learn more at airforce.com.
Because I can put it in from 50 yards.
Sprint turf. This is my turf. Because I will play fair
and show no mercy.
This is my turf.
Because I respect my body.
My body.
My body.
This is my turf.
Because those are my kids.
This is my turf.
It's beneath their feet. This move, that tackle. Sprint turf, designed and built for perfection. Serviced by one great company.
Listen up. This is my turf! This is my turf, baby.
Sprint turf.
This is my turf.
USL First Division.
There's an effort for one and in!
Catch future stars on the rise.
Oh, what a terrific strike!
In a league soaring to new heights.
He has a shot! Oh, that's a great effort in the end!
Representing soccer in the truest and purest sense.
Back post, big time shot in the goal! A live performer, yes!
All season long, USL First Division. Exclusively on Fox Soccer Channel.
Introducing Powerade Ion 4, complete with 4 electrolytes lost in sweat. Powerade Ion 4,
This telecast of USL on Fox Soccer Channel from Blaine, Minnesota is being brought to you by Sprint Turf, the smart choice in synthetic turf systems. USLLive.com, the league's official online video channel featuring live and on-demand matches, highlights, and exclusive interviews. USLSoccer.com, there's only one place to see who's the best. USLSoccer.com, play with passion. Umbro, true to soccer since 1924. Soccer USA. Powerade, Ion 4 with all of the electrolytes. It's the complete sports drink. CONCACAF Champions League, Toronto FC, Puerto Rico Islanders, Monday, live on FSC, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But tonight, in Blaine, Minnesota, the youth soccer players who are attending USA Cup have found their way into the stadium to watch the game of the week. Let's take a look, Buzz Lagos, at the starting lineup first for the Minnesota Thunder.
Well, Ricardo Sanchez, number 10, is a key player who's been playing very well. Very technical, great left foot. Set pieces, he's been scoring some terrific goals. And then up top, Brian Sabilikis. What a work rate the young man has. And he's been making goals out of nothing. And that's been the key turnaround for the Thunder.
And now for Miami, they're going to go with a 4-4-2. Who are we looking for in this group?
Well, again, they're very technical. With Cern up top, he's got great skill. The midfield, we'll see some great touches from Polito and Goldberg, Bueso. Just nice players who knock that ball around, keeps on great possession. We'll see two teams that possess the ball, but a different style of possession by each team.
No doubt about it. There's Chris Penso, who's got head officiating duties tonight for this one. Seconds away from kickoff. And we are now underway. Beautiful night for soccer here. Youth games going on all around, but this is the center of it all. Minnesota controlled the kickoff, wearing the Navy.
You see that Miami came and put some good pressure right in the back for the Thunder. A weak pass by John Greenfield wide, and they put the pressure on.
Jack Traynor, the captain for Miami, in that left back position. The throw out of play. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by Sprint Turf, the smart choice in synthetic turf systems. A little bit windy down there.
That'll make judging the air balls difficult for the field players. Looks like the wind's coming out of the north.
Beautiful surface. No shot at some of the other facilities that we've gone to, like Cleveland and Austin. Well-played games, but a beautiful wide field here in Minnesota. It's been 5 years since FSC has done a live game up in Minnesota, and we are glad to be back.
It's a great stadium now. I mean, it's just a wonderful soccer facility.
Play on, no foul there with the strong shoulder challenge as Minnesota now gets their first good possession. Great work through the midfield, trying to find that last pass going forward.
Yeah, Sabilikis just didn't make that strong run outside the player. Tried to run inside and couldn't get around him. Pass went right on the mark. You'll notice Minnesota will knock the ball around, a lot of 1 and 2 touch, and keep possession for long periods of time, actually.
Missed touch there by Lionel St. Preux, who just got finished playing with his home Haiti team in the Gold Cup. Great performance he had against USA.
He's strong on the ball.
Well,
he really can carry the ball down that flank.
He has got some moves, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Miami now with possession. Good work by Miranda to check back to it. Andrew Peterson's going to let that one go out of play. Minnesota currently in 10th place, but in the midst of their longest win streak of the season. It's only 2, but when you're putting 2 together, Buzz, it's a lot about confidence, isn't it?
It is, and they had a good game against Montreal, winning 3-0. They came back against Austin, 1-0, and then against Comunicaciones de Guatemala, they won 2-0.
Look at head coach Don Gomez in his first full year as head coach here. Was the assistant coach in 2008 before he took over. Good win that time by Olam.
As I mentioned, Lawrence Olam's been a pleasant surprise for the Thunder in the midfield. He's gotten better and better. A young player from Kenya. Very well for the team.
That's one of the things Don Gomez said about this Minnesota team, that younger group, and it's taking them a while to really understand the USL game and to gel. If you look at their complete roster, over same as new. A little pressure here. Good control by Platter. Looked probably more dangerous than it was. Good with his feet, and again,
it was dangerous.
It was dangerous.
It was dangerous. As a coach, I get nervous when I see that keeper beating a player in the box.
Handball whistled there, and Lionel St. Preux, obviously a player to watch. He's had 2 touches now. Both have gone out of play. He's trying to get situated here in the early going.
His individual ball skills very good. His passing sometimes lets him down.
Tim Merritt, right back, will loft this one in. Platter comes out and gets it, and you see he's looking right into the sun there. Early going, Merritt maybe missed an opportunity there to put that to the far post. When you got a goalkeeper that's got one hand up trying to block the sun.
It was still a dangerous ball, and the team struggled with getting ahead on that to clear it out.
Out of play for a Minnesota throw-in. Corner to Sanchez. Quick return pass. Sanchez is one of those players, when he's on, he can dictate the tempo of the game, can't he?
Yes, he can. He lacks a little pace, but he makes up for it with his skill and touches in tight spaces.
Here's a win by Minnesota that going forward. A nice tackle.
Good defense by Chris Williams in that play there. Good, very good tackle.
Diego Serna, the 35-year-old, splits 2 Minnesota defenders, and then a lazy pass is picked off. But then an unforced error right out of play.
Andres Arango just hit a ball to the right, but probably needed a left foot to bend it right to the forward's feet. Which foot a player uses in those situations often determines whether it's a good pass or not. So the bend of the ball.
Miami's coming off a 4-game home stretch. They were only able to win 1 of those games. Beating.
Well, the league is tough. No games are easy. They're all good teams.
No doubt about it. Every coach says that every week, that home field advantage is so important, and you look at the group, very tight, and an error right there to cause the first corner of the game.
I prefer to see them, play the long ball out of the trouble there. Don't try to maybe pass out of that defensive third unless you really have lots of space and time. When you have numbers up with the other team, it's very dangerous.
And again, if you look at the Minnesota defenders, half of them have that hand up trying to block the sun as they're looking right into it. Their dangerous ball here could be a huge opportunity for Miami.
Slow.
Looks like it's Jack Traynor is going to try to take the in-swinger. Wind picking up. Near post. Put that in a good spot. And here is St. Preux. And the pass was not there. Miami goes the other way. Serna gets it in the Traynor. Good cut back. Still Jack Traynor. Far post. And Araujo will try to catch up with that one. He does, and good possession now.
Araujo got to it well, shielded well, got a ball across the middle of the field.
In the end, though, a good step up by Minnesota. And here's that transition game they're looking for. Idea was there,
yep.
Couldn't execute it, though.
You like that first time pass into the forward's feet, but just a little off, and the defender was able to step in and win the ball.
Diachenko down on that far side that was trying to spring the counterattack and had the right idea, just couldn't get it up to the target.
Nice little combo between Diachenko and Ricardo Sanchez, and the first time ball to Civilicus, but he just didn't find Civilicus quickly enough.
Give credit to Miami as well. Looked like it could have been a counterattack. They did well to get back and defend.
Miami's playing well right now. They're creating some opportunities down here. Good possession. Defending very well. Thunder hasn't been able to get a grip of the game. We'll see how it goes along now.
Searching ball over the top. St. Preux. There's a good entry pass inside, though. Picked off nicely.
ball by Andrew Peterson, the AD again, as was Diachenko, but just was a little off mark. Tight space you're playing in, you have to play that pass just perfectly.
Greenfield takes it up, and Civilicus lost his footing. Two-time All-American at Old Dominion there is the target player. Bueso now with some room on that far side. Waits for help. Finds it in John Polito. Inside to Goldberg now. This is the possession game that Miami loves to play.
Very good possession, Miami. Good attack. Well developed in and out wide now.
Looking for numbers in the area. No one home on the service. That's what Miami likes to do, though. Good, quick passing, center of the field, good movement off the ball. St. Preux. They've got Peterson going and couldn't get it over that first defender.
Their passes into the attacking third are letting him down right now. They're just not accurate enough.
Jack Trainer with lots of room and maybe waited too long, and flag stays down.
He's still found,
Here's Sanchez.
So, Ricardo's a little deep in that zone. We really want him by the midfield line, playing that ball out. He did well to get possession out for us.
And if you're Miami, you like him that far away. He is dangerous when he's 25 yards out. The more Miami can push him back defensively, they're doing their job. Good pressure on Diego Serna. Miami, good possession here as Minnesota is giving chase, doing that early pressure.
Miami looks like the more mature, sure, solid soccer team right now.
Good pressure on Hannigan, and both keepers now have had a scary moment 10 minutes into this one.
Great flick on by Miranda.
Araujo.
Good one touches to Polito.
Bueso now with some room. Looks for the early cross this time. Kept in, but communication was there from Nicholas Platter in his 5th season with the Minnesota Thunder. This portion of the match is brought to you by Powerade, the complete sports drink.
Thunder struggling right now. They just can't seem to get good possession, especially ball to forwards and back to midfield again, and maybe a little change direction.
Talking with Don Grimenz, the 3 keys that he told me that the team really needs to do is put early pressure on them. Now as St. Preux will have a go from long range, put that early pressure on and not allow Miami to keep possession. Number 2, have to be really tight on the defensive set pieces. And the third one is, I think what they're struggling with right now is taking advantage of that transition game going forward.
That's right, they are. And those points by Donnie are all very, very good points.
Hannigan puts it out to midfield. Controlled by Olam.
Even though a team struggle a little bit, the Thunder's just going to play good defense, get their legs, work hard that way, and eventually good things will start to happen.
Cuevas Kirk. Olam again. Looking to complete the switch here to Arango, who's got some room. Takes it over midfield. Now to Peterson. Jeremiah Bass was making the run, but they were just on different pages there. Now Miami wants to have a go at the transition.
A little bit of 2v2 now, and they're going to run right at him.
Araujo's got 3 defenders inside the 18. The cut back, and it's a goal for Miami. It was all Paulo Araujo. He went 1-on-3. He liked the numbers, and he's got the first goal of the game.
That was a good run by Paulo. He basically cut back on his right foot, came inside, beat Jonathan Greenfield, and just cracked that shot just inside the far post. The Thunder got getting caught in the transition part. So he cuts it back and cracks it just inside the far post. Great goal. Great finish.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Individual effort. Look at that. He's got the head up. difficult to do. He's got that cutback where that touch actually took the 3 defenders out of the picture. Scores his 2nd goal of the season.
And puts the Thunder behind the 8 ball, to say the least, starting out at home like this. Important game. They're a string of good games. They can come back. They're a good side. They're playing well.
And it might open the game up a little bit more. Obviously, Miami, a team that plays very compact on the road. They're 2 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie on the road. 5 goals for, 6 against. So they don't really give up a lot. We'll see how they react to scoring that goal, and more importantly, what Minnesota decides to do. As you said, plenty of time in this one.
A little run by Jeremiah Bass, and not a good through ball. Here we go. As again.
There's your goal scorer, Aho. Lost possession that time, but that's what you want your striker to do. He picks his head up, wasn't thinking about passing when he got the ball, and saw 3 defenders, took them out of the picture, and just a clinical finish.
Not good again. Gee, I get upset sometimes when the Thunder makes bad mistakes.
The switch now for Sanchez. Great one-on-one defending that time by Trainer.
You like that wide player taking that player on. That's what you want him to do.
Trying to get it wide here to St. Preux. Serna coming way back defensively. Didn't help out Williams with that pass.
That was a challenging pass for Williams. Little mix-up between Andres and Jonathan Greenfield, but Jonathan recovered with a good pass to Nick Platter.
Now some room for Diachenko. Here's St. Preux inside. Still St. Preux. There for Minnesota. The deflection still loose. And couldn't get the redirection on target. But again, that play starts with the individual effort from Lionel St. Preux as the collision right in front.
Great run by St. Preux across the box. Finds Olam. Olam has a nice one-touch shot. Unfortunately, right in the center of the goal. Good save by the goalkeeper, Harrigan. He stood his ground well, blocked it. Watch the ball dribbler coming across. Touch, draws people in, lays it off for Olam. One-touch left foot. Good save by Harrigan, and Civilicus just could not quite get to it to put it away.
Yeah, Civilicus was there. Give credit to Hannigan. Again, right out there, blocked it, got up quickly, and really didn't save the second shot, but was enough to cause a problem for Civilicus to get it on target.
It's always important to put that pressure on the shooters so they don't have that time to relax, crack that shot.
Well, you mentioned it before. Minnesota looks dangerous when they can get it outside, whether it's to Diachenko or St. Preux, and then when they have got their individual flair to take players on, that's when they have looked dangerous.
That's right. That's what they want to try to do. You want to always try to attack inside to start with, draw the defense in, and then knock it wide to stretch them apart again, then bring it back in again. Ball goes wide. Nice little run by Ricardo Sanchez to clear some space for him. Cut in, lays it off. Left foot crack, good save. Well, Civilicus was kind of taken down after that shot, though.
Miami with the injury, and doesn't look like he is in too much pain, but limping in right there is the face of someone trying to decide if they're going to be able to go. Trainer.
Yep.
You hate to use a sub this early on. The Trainer is got a heavy limp coming off the field as Hannigan made the big save.
They'll see if they can treat him on the sideline and see if he can get back in there and finish up this match. If not, they'll make a change.
For the time being, Miami is up a goal but down a man. Let's see if Minnesota could take advantage while the Miami bench decides what to do here. A little confusion on the back as Williams will clean it up. send it forward.
Touches. Oh, Boyce has got to see that other defender coming up on him.
Sanchez with the nutmeg, gets around one, four going that way. Yeah, he likes to pull the trigger from far out. Second in the league in shots taken, and didn't really get a hold of that one.
No, but if he gets it on his left foot, he's dangerous. He can score from that area.
Jack Trainer still out for Miami. The Blues are playing down a man, but up a goal. Play on. Challenge from Arango.
Serna's looking for something. He's not going to get it there.
And here now lots of room for Minnesota.
He's an early cross.
The cutback and definitely a foul. Dangerous area, and again, that's what you just spoke about. Going at that defender with speed, and worst case scenario, you get the foul, but you make something happen. Let's take a look.
On his right foot, back to his left foot. Oh, steps inside, and the defender didn't move his feet, just stood there and stuck out the leg and tripped him.
25-year-old that played at UNLV, the Running Rebels. Dyachenko doing a little running at the defender there, causing the foul, and maybe the best opportunity for the Thunder in the game so far. Now 19 and a half minutes in. Buzz, looks like Miami will go with a three-man wall. Shooting range for you, and definitely range, but angles. Is this the angle you like a shot, or?
It's not the best angle, but it keeps the keeper's got to be honest on it. Ricardo can bend that inside the near post, but he's holding the near post pretty well. I think he's got to look, bend that far post area, try to find a header. Get some guys. Olam's been good in the air.
Sanchez with it.
Oh, he's going for goal.
And the three-man wall did its job. Jack Trainer, you saw on the bottom of the screen there, running back in. He is back on the field, but still with a heavy limp.
Sanchez has to get that left foot, the ball up and over that wall to make things happen for the team.
Dyachenko, good pass. Takes three defenders out of it. Still trying to look for that final pass. Maybe have a go there.
I think he's either looking for Civilicus or St. Preux, and St. Preux didn't get good position in front of his defender. I think he knew what to do in that spot.
Here's Olam again. Dyachenko, great turn. Dyachenko tries to complete the switch. Overlap now from Peterson is there.
Good touch by Peterson in the air.
Around his man, low cross in front. And they will concede the corner. Hannigan was asking for the foul.
Yeah, I think Civilicus had his hands on the defender. Nice quick cross in by. It's a little bit of, they're hoping that, I didn't see much of a foul there. They're battling for the ball. Defender hit it out well for the corner kick.
Dyachenko now for the Minnesota corner. This one to the far side, and only Miami players there.
Yeah, Minnesota needs someone in that far post area. Well defended by Miami. Players in good position to handle that cross.
You look at Don Gramez, former captain of the Thunder, all-time leader for the Thunder defenders in goals, assists, and points. Inducted into the Minnesota Thunder Hall of Fame back in 2004. Well, I'm sure he's been pleased with the play of his team lately. You never want to give up a goal that early on, but again, plenty of time where you don't need to change a lot.
They just have to keep battling and be consistent. The goals will start to come.
It's one where you look at the tape of it, individual effort. It's an individual effort on the counterattack, and a fantastic job by Paulo Araujo to take a player on and then get the finish. Use of the double team now by Minnesota.
Not a bad run out by Quirk. He made some good runs, held the ball, but he needed to release that ball just a notch sooner. He did draw the foul.
Younger player, 21. Spent 2 seasons with the LA Galaxy and 1 with DC United.
He's been playing well for the Thunder at that right side, right defense.
4th minute here in Blaine, Minnesota for USL Game of the Week as the Miami FC Blues, off a great individual effort, have the only goal of the game. Looking to get a little breathing room in the standings, currently tied for 6th place. Possession now in midfield here as Lionel St. Preux gets it back to Peterson. Diachenko wanted that ball. He was asking for the switch. They couldn't complete it and get it his way.
Yeah, Andres Rango just couldn't quite hit that the way he needed to hit it. It was a little out of his range, I think.
Greenfield. Now some room for Peterson. Good turn there. Olam. St. Preux, 2 defenders on him. Waits for help. Trying to get free now, but nice defending from Miami, keeping him away from goal. Bass. Near side now for Miranda. Hasn't been very active in the attack, but is getting back defending and saying right now he wants the ball at his feet earlier.
Yeah, it was a little bit too far. Didn't have the pace to get up to it and catch it before it went out of play. I actually thought it was a pretty good pass. You have the legs and run that ball down.
This portion of the match is brought to you by Soccer USA.
Good ball by Bass.
3-on-4 right now for Minnesota. Good early cross inside Mississelikis. Sanchez thinks about it. Preux now.
Wide again.
There's a good touch by Diachenko to free it up.
Yeah, he opened himself up and got a good shot off again, but right in the middle. And Harrigan came out nice, cut off the angle, made it tough to beat him.
Pat Hannigan out of Philadelphia. Big goalie, 6'3", 205, has looked very solid. Merritt, and not his best effort on the cross.
No, I'm sure he's disappointed with that one. He wants to get that.
Back at that other end, Diachenko. Again, the individual effort here.
Fake touch, little space, window, and cracks the shot.
Did everything right, but the placement of that shot.
You got to find the corner or get it up over the keeper and dip it behind him. We want to score from that range. The lifted, dipping shot goes up and over, just across under the crossbar.
Looking through the middle of the field for Lawrence Olam. Spent the past 2 seasons with the Portland Timbers. Lots of room now for Bass. Peterson with a lot of room again. Let's see if he takes it. Lionel St. Preux. Oh, great build-up again. Creative on the attack.
Thunder's doing well. Good possession, good movement.
Preux all the way in the corner and will not win the corner as that was last touched by him, I think.
Lyons was right there.
Yeah, I think it was deflected off of him.
Yep, I think Williams got a foot on it and it bounced off St. Preux. And they didn't get the corner kick. They wanted to get out of that one. But overall, good possession sequence for the Thunder. Watch again.
Good crew here. They got a great shot of that. You saw the spin on the ball. Had to take in the deflection. They got it right.
Yep, they did.
Sanchez. And that one is just not going to work, that ball over the top, especially when you've got Brian Civilicus coming back to help defend, but turns out that it works for him.
A little unforced error.
We've seen him on both sides here, haven't we?
Good turn by Civilicus.
Civilicus taking 3 players on, and again, great individual effort. We've seen him from both sides there. The spin move, but
get that ball on target. He just got the ball, got a little out in front of him. Watch, he just can't quite get the non-kicking leg close enough and up over the bar.
And sometimes that's what it's going to take. An unforced error by Miami. You've got a throw in, individual effort. Civilicus, two-time All-American. Great story. He's another one of those guys that climbs the ladder in USL, played in PDL with the Williamsburg Legacy, onto USL 2 with Wilmington Hammerheads, and now he's got 4 goals in USL First Division.
Good ball.
Flag is down. St. Preux one-on-one if he wants it. The cut back on the right. And now it's 1-on-6 as he looks for some help. And again, give credit to Miami getting back defensively.
Miami did very well, contained that very well. Numbers got around the ball.
Narango whistled for the foul.
Andre stepped in pretty hard on Bueso, and although I don't think the foul was that bad to warrant the long recovery time. But.
And the grimace.
Yeah.
There's Araujo. And what appeared to be a pretty poor cross.
He kept it in play.
Yeah.
Kept it in play, made it tough. Nick Platter, with the sun in his eyes again, decided not to come out for it.
Keep possession. Again, Miami in the white, Thunder in navy. Miami with the 1-goal lead. He's your goal scorer there. Double team, loses possession. Cristiano Diaz.
Stop by Diaz.
Yeah, he's been quiet and decided to make his stamp there with a quick steal and a long shot.
Yeah, well, he got it on his chest, got nobody in front of him, took up some real estate and cracked a long range one. But he's been solid defensively. He and Williams have been making it tough for the Thunder in the middle of the park.
This portion of the match is brought to you by Subway. Eat fresh. Olam. See if he can keep this one in play. Dyachenko, nice effort. He's looked very good here in the first half.
He does look sharp. Oh.
Now some room for Miami. They've got 4 going forward. Miranda. Merritt.
Recovery by St. Preux.
Oh, great hustle. And one-on-one defending from Lionel St. Preux.
Very good recovery on that flank.
Started his career playing for Zenith in Haiti. And again, the experience he got in the Gold Cup. Haiti had that 2-1 lead on USA for Stuart Holden.
Late goal.
Had that fantastic finish to tie it up.
Couple of great goals. Haiti had one great goal too.
This one. Foul was whistled and probably should have been an advantage.
Yep, I think so.
That's the one where if you see the whole field, definitely be an advantage. The challenge there. And tough to call there because you don't see what's behind, but Serna was really in on goal. They let that one go.
Yes, he was. It was a great ball over the top. Thunder defense was flat, made a good run through. Now, so often a player will lose touch of that ball. Dyachenko had a bad touch, got away from him. The defender clearly won the ball, and he comes in with his cleats. I don't know if he got a card. In my mind, he should have gotten a card for that one. Potentially a red card when you come in late like that. And we'll see the replay on it. Touch gets away from him. Well, he kept his foot on the ground, but I think he stepped on the. He stepped on the foot.
Yeah, I think they probably got it right. The studs didn't come up.
Yep.
You see, to your point, you see a lot of times the studs coming up in that situation. Dyachenko looked like he did a nice job trying to keep the studs down, but momentum took him into the player.
And he might have caught the toe with his cleat.
Yeah,
popped on Polito's toe.
So now the second player, Polito, will walk off the field with the limp. Trainer, who went out earlier, needed the trainer. And he apparently got the attention he needed because he's back in.
Just back to that play, the good early service after that play to Serna was a great play by Miami. Unfortunately, the referee just didn't see that advantage materializing that quickly.
Nicholas Platter, 5 shutouts on the season. His 71 saves ranks second in USL in saves behind Bill Gaudette with the Puerto Rico Islanders. Although that's not the stat you want as a coach, is it? You don't want to see your goalie up there with save leading. Shutouts, yes, not the saves.
Yeah, you prefer as few goals against as possible. Not a good ball by Jeremiah Bass back. Too predictable.
Touch foul there as Paulo Araujo compact, low to the ground, and able to shield it away, draw the foul. 35th minute here from Blaine, Minnesota. USL Game of the Week, two teams that are really trying to fight to make a run to get in the top 7.
See, Miami's just milking these fouls a bit, taking their time. They got the lead.
Goldberg.
Big touch by Goldberg.
Giveaway, another giveaway, but bailed out by the foul afterwards. We've seen both teams defensively there not really protect the ball as much as they should.
And also some foolish fouls defensively when the guy's going to give the ball away and you foul the guy, it gets him out of the hole.
Peterson, first year with the Thunder.
And he was a local boy out of Wayzata, Minnesota. Went to Creighton University.
A developmental contract with the Columbus Crew and found Minnesota. Back to Minnesota. Another counterattack opportunity.
Yeah.
2-on-3 if Miami want it. Serna.
Dichenko's going to be much stronger on the ball. You just can't go down that easily.
Well, I guess when you're 35, the counterattack doesn't go that quickly. Serna waited for help there, and it backfired now because Minnesota's got some room. The wheels of St. Preux.
He's going to go at him now. Pulls it up.
Odom. Just not aware of what was behind him.
He didn't want to get a better touch on that ball. He just let it get away from him.
Quirk now with a lot of room. Cuevas Kirk.
I like Kirk to make a good positive forward run.
Chenko gets around 2. Can't get around the third, though.
Oh, he needed to pass the ball to beat the 2. Gee.
Araujo. Similar to his goal. Let's see if he cuts it back again.
Shot again.
Has it on the right. This time the pass. Look for the return service.
Good counter, though.
He is explosive. Deceptive speed. Sanchez. Merritt will pick up the loose ball.
They gave it away. Now they got to go. Get up, Kirk.
Minnesota, the idea there was Sanchez, but again, not aware of what was behind him with that run.
Well, he was hoping Civilicus would run sooner, and Civilicus just didn't read it soon enough.
Here's your goal scorer, Araujo.
Oh, it's good. Here he comes. Lost that right foot again.
Trying to cut it back on the right, waiting for help. The pass is there and deflected away. Still there for Miami, though. And then cleaned up. Out of danger. This portion of the match is brought to you by LA Fitness, where fitness is a way of life.
Good play. Good nutmeg.
2 megs here in the first half. 1 for each team.
Miami doing a great job now, knocking the ball around, penetrating, got the Thunder back on their heels.
St. Preux came back to defend. And that's really the possession there, and that last streak is what Miami likes to do. The 1-2 touch passing. As we take a look at the Sprint Turf goal scoring summary, Paulo Araujo Jr. in the 13th minute did it all himself. The counterattack.
And even that last attack, Araujo made an inside one with the ball and made it across. Good tight space combinations and back around again.
The look of someone realizing wasted opportunities. Both sides have had it. That one, you can't make that call. I mean, it's
no. Cernadov.
You know what I'd like to see more of, and we saw it in the Gold Cup last night, is the yellow card there, because it's either a foul gets a yellow card for diving. And I think, consistently, if every referee cracks down on that, you will see, hopefully, a lot less of the dives.
Yeah, that's right. Little miscommunication again. Olam trying to play a first-time ball in. Civilicus wanted to feed. Olam wanted to play at the space. He wanted Civilicus to turn and run. They got to sort that out. Oh,
Serna sneaking behind the defenders. Running free is
turn.
Araujo again as Polito tried to make the run and getting a little choppy now on both sides.
Yeah.
Goldberg. Hannigan's going to give a perfect pass now to Diego Serna. Platter will have to come out. Nicholas Platter played every minute here for Minnesota in league play.
Just Diachenko too slow finding an open player. He's got to release it quicker. And the Thunder's got to move a little better too for him. It's a time the Thunder would like to pick up a goal in the last 5 minutes of this half. Go back and lock with 1-1.
Many of the goals come. Let's see which side will be most dangerous here in the last 5 minutes. Some room now for Olam to turn. Here's where you'd like to see Peterson go with speed there. He's got the room. And just maybe too slow on that transition there. Had some room in front of him, but Minnesota's allowing Miami to get back and defend, and really the switch doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
If you don't do it fast.
Yeah, you got to attack that space quickly. Now I would even like to see Lionel make a run forwards, clearly see what the defenders do. If they leave him, or go to Peterson, or stay with him and give Peterson more space.
Sanchez draws the attention of two defenders, and again, maybe a little bit too fancy there from the player who.
Well, it was a heel pass with 3 defenders all around him. It's not going to work.
Looked like he was thinking about another back heel. Opted for the outside of the foot pass, and in the end, it went all the way back to Platter. 27-year-old in the nets, trying to start the attack.
Still good possession for the Thunder overall.
There it is.
That's what we're looking for.
Up, back, and through Diachenko, and all the way up to Civilicus, where they will win the corner. Patient on the attack there, and it worked out for Minnesota, as Miami will have to get back and defend the corner now.
Got that good one-touch penetrating pass in. Now Williams did a good job defensively. Watch the turn, a little touch. Just knocks it out with his left foot.
Ricardo Sanchez.
In swing your left footer. Far post area.
Dangerous spot. Well done by Hannigan to come out. Still loose right in the area. The turn. The effort was there. He's taking a beating inside, isn't he?
Civilicus is right in the mix. He's battling for the ball. Watch it comes down. Hannigan gets a touch. Not a real good punch. Olam puts it down. Civilicus tries to get a kick. Turns around. Whacks it again. Just could not get that leg up over the ball.
That's what you want from a goal scorer as well, though. The knack for finding the ball in tight spaces like that. They collided again, Civilicus and Hannigan.
Yeah, Civilicus, he's been a poacher this year, and that's what's been good. In that space, that's why he has some goals, and he's been leading the league in scoring, leading the team in scoring, excuse me.
4th in the league.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, too, same thing Don Grebenz told me, is his work rate, on both sides of the ball, really. Running off the ball to get open, but then
pressurizing the back defenders to force mistakes.
Exactly. You need it on both sides. Looks like Hannigan is all right. Should have a couple minutes of stoppage time added. We've had 3 injuries here in the first half. Olam, triple team, keeps possession. Peterson cannot maintain possession for his side. And Araujo, double team. Look at him get out of that. A simple pass foot. Now. And left Serna open.
You gotta close him.
This one will be out for a Miami throw, and as we are told, 2 minutes of stoppage time. Platter urging his team to get back and defend.
Minnesota's got to close that Serna down much quicker. You just can't let him get his head up and give his service where he wants to put the ball.
Attempt to win the corner there as Trainer shot, and he's still got the big limp there as he tried to cross that in. I would not be surprised if he doesn't go in the second half. He's battling through that injury that he got 20 minutes in.
Diachenko again, good steal.
Build up, 3 players there. Huge opportunity for Miami, but defending was there from Lawrence Olam, who came back and just picked the pocket.
Now Bueso should have hit it first time. Great chance.
Bueso was surprised he was that open, decided to take that second touch, and gave Olam the opportunity to take it away.
Thunder's back to some mistakes they made earlier in the season when they weren't winning games. That could have easily been 2-0 going to the locker room.
So the Thunder have a sense of urgency here, late going in the first half. Play on. Well, in the end, didn't call the handball, but got it the second time with the foul.
See right now, players are getting bumped, little bumps, the big dive. The referee's not buying it. St. Preux does get fouled there.
Merritt thought he was fouled, so tried to do the grab the ball and just nicked it with his hand, but that was not whistled, but the foul was called afterwards. Diachenko with it. Really an opportunity you can push almost everybody forward on this.
Right now, last minute of this first half. Not a good ball though.
Yeah, got to beat at least the first 2 lines of defense there, and Miami now with
get some numbers here.
A lot of guys in white going forward. Ball over the top of Araujo. Boy, if he gets a hold of this one, look out.
One-on-one against Jonathan Greenfield, same position. Get behind him, watch that right foot.
Looking for support defending. It was there to slow him down. Whipped right in front. And right across the goal. Platter's going to come out. And again, Merritt had some room there.
Yeah, he
surprised to be that open. And
he didn't give a very good cross at all. Good counter by Miami. They came out with numbers and make some good things happen there.
Olam with plenty of room.
Too slow though with the ball. You got to find players sooner.
Excuse me, that was Quirk. Cuevas Kirk there, who had a lot of room. And you're right. I mean, he was waiting for someone to come up and challenge. No one did. But when you've got that much room, you probably got to do something better with it. Especially when you got 40 seconds left in the half.
That's right. And keeping that ball moving just unsettles the defense. It's easy to defend around a guy dribbling the ball. Too slow here.
Deflected.
I liked it by Sevilla because St. Preux didn't read it. Diachenko not challenging for the ball. Just you'll see me coach the Thunder players every now and then.
I'll tell you what, after 16 years of coaching the Thunder, I would assume it would stay with you.
It's tough not to do it.
Took the team to a bunch of championship games, won the title, and you're still moving and shaking up here in the booth. We'll talk at halftime of what you would do to turn the tides here for Minnesota Thunder as the first half is in the books. A goal by Paulo Araujo. The counterattack is all we had in the first half. Enough to give Miami the lead. We've got plenty to come during halftime. Stay with us. You're watching the Game of the Week on FSC.
So tell me more about this imaginary Quiznos talking toaster.
Yeah, Brian, tell this quack about the new Toasty Toasty $1 sub sale. How you can buy any size of these 4 famous subs and get the second for just $1. $1! Even he'll understand that.
I am making progress here.
The toaster isn't real, Brian.
Real? I'll tell you what's real, Brian. Your second sub for $1. Let's feast.
Buy one, get one for $1.
Quiznos Toasty Toasty $1 sub sale. Quiznos.
Toasted, toasted.
Skechers Work footwear is stylish, durable, comfortable, and most importantly, slip-resistant. None of those people were wearing work footwear. Buy Skechers.
During the Autobahn for All event, you can get great deals.
Yeah, it's great. I just really want to be sure.
Whoa, it's us from
the future.
the German tune suspension. You love not having to pay for scheduled maintenance. I love what you've done with your hair. We'll take it.
Now during the Autobahn for All event, get 0% APR on a 2009 Rutan. Hurry in before your future Volkswagen is history.
You're watching FSC. Live it here.
Stop your auto repair bills now. If you own a car with less than 250,000 miles, you can get an extended warranty that will finally stop your repair bills. Just call now or go to stoprepairbills.com. When you own a car, SUV, or truck, sooner or later it will need repair, and that can cost you thousands of dollars right out of your pocket. Just one transmission job could cost over $3 grand. A new engine could cost over $4 grand, but you won't have to pay a cent. Call now or visit stoprepairbills.com and we'll cover 100% of the costs. This isn't a dealer's warranty, it's much better and costs less. Because you only pay for the coverage you need. You even choose the repair shop, and we pay them directly so you don't wait to be reimbursed. The sooner you call, the sooner you're covered.
Call 1-800-943-4046. A free 5-minute call could save you thousands in auto repair. Call 1-800-943-4046 and stop paying repair bills now.
The broadcast of this match is authorized by United Soccer Leagues. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of any image, sound, account, or description without the express written permission of USL is strictly prohibited. Tonight's match was produced for USL by Cultural Videos and Sports Communications Incorporated. Welcome back to half. We mentioned USA Cup is here with over 800 youth and adult teams, one of the biggest soccer tournaments in the country, and a lot of those fans have made it here into the stadium to watch Miami take a 1-0 halftime lead on their Minnesota Thunder. Thanks for joining us here at halftime. Well, if you've been watching Fox Soccer Channel, you've seen a lot of great Gold Cup action as U.S. has made it to the championship game as they will take on Mexico. And if you mentioned, there have been a lot of USL players in those games as well, including one we saw in the U.S. against Haiti. He plays here at Minnesota Thunder. He is Lionel St. Preux, and I spoke with Don Germens about how he found his way to Minnesota.
I talked to his agent, gave me a call, Howie Goldberg, and sent me a couple DVDs of games that he played for the national team, and I watched both of them, and I was very impressed with him. Howie, his first touch and his willingness to just go forward and turn and try to go at players 1v1.
I think the U.S. national team saw that firsthand, him going at players 1v1 in the Gold Cup. Bringing back that experience, how does that help you here in Minnesota?
I think here in Minnesota, obviously, I think, one, it gets our fans excited about, seeing someone play for a national team and then coming back to Minnesota. And it was nice when he came back to training last Tuesday. The team was excited to have him back. He had a smile on his face. And then, he stepped and played 45 minutes in our exhibition against Comunicaciones. And just you could tell his confidence level is very high, which will definitely help our team.
He didn't wait long, really, to get going. When he arrived, immediate impact, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's a special player. Not many players have the confidence and the touch he has when he can turn defenders, and he's also very explosive and powerful.
When he talked about turning defenders, he was talking about Jay Heaps there making his first cap for the national team. Jay Heaps has done a lot better in games, but St. Preux gave him a hard time in that game as Haiti was minutes away from beating USA, and Stuart Holden got that late goal. Let's get you caught up on the standings again. The Timbers and Islanders up top with 35 points apiece. The Battery a win behind them. And then Carolina Railhawks, Rhinos, and Impact rounding out the top six. Here are the two teams you're watching tonight. Miami FC Blues with 21 points, the Thunder with 14. And Vancouver has joined the two newest teams in USL First Division, Austin and Cleveland. A lot of good teams down there at the bottom who will make the run to get in the top seven. Next week, rematch of the 2006 championship game between the Rochester Rhinos and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Action kicks off on FSC Friday, July 31st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as the Rhinos now can give full attention to league play after they were eliminated in Open Cup. We'll be back with highlights and stats right after this.
$17.59. To Arthur Guinness for 250 years. To Arthur.
To Arthur! To Arthur! To Arthur! To Arthur!
Join the worldwide celebration with the Guinness 250 Anniversary Stout. Available for a limited time only.
Are you paying more than $1.70 a month for phone service? Then you need Magic Jack for just $19.95 a year. $19.95 a year. We are now adding over 250,000 new customers a month because we give you free local and long distance, your own phone number, voicemail, and directory assistance. Replace your phone company or add a second line with Magic Jack for just $19.95 a year. Get Magic Jack at Radio Shack.
Because I can put it in from 50 yards.
Sprint turf. This is my turf. Because I will play fair
and show no mercy.
This is my turf.
Because I respect my body.
My body.
My body.
This is my turf.
Because those are my kids.
This is my turf.
It's beneath their feet. This move, that tackle. Sprint turf, designed and built for perfection. Serviced by one great company.
Listen up. This is my turf. This is my turf, baby.
Sprint turf.
This is my turf.
USL First Division.
There's an effort for one.
Catch future stars on the rise.
Oh, what a terrific strike!
In a league soaring to new heights.
He has a shot! And that's a great effort in the end!
Representing soccer in the truest and purest sense.
Back post, big time shot in the goal! A live performer, yes!
All season long. USL First Division. Exclusively on Fox Soccer Channel.
Ayo, I wanna stack chips and I wanna live rich. But do you wanna hear that script in every verse that I spit? And every line that I kick and every rhyme that I flip is about the same game you hear on everyone's disc. I'm sick of the same tricks. And if consecutive hits mean sampling bits and catchy hooks, I guess I'ma stick to natural instincts of ripping lyrics and dropping specifics to flip on critics and ridicule the mimicking style you did it with. You're messing around with the wrong catch. You got the right play, but you picked the wrong player. You dropped the verse and then thought that you was all that. You didn't realize I was a bomb rhyme sayer. Ill jewel sprayer, slayer, cavalry, a punk MCs. Slice them up in chunkadies and put them in the trunk of thieves amongst the breed of skis and shiesty cats that like to sit back and hope a brother crack, throwing monkey wrenches in the track. I'm deadly with lyric medleys over street melodies. 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 I'm deadly with lyric medleys.
This telecast of USL on Fox Soccer Channel from Blaine, Minnesota is being brought to you by Sprint Turf, the smart choice in synthetic turf systems. USLLive.com, the league's official online video channel featuring live and on-demand matches, highlights, and exclusive interviews. USLSoccer.com, there's only one place to see who's the best. USLSoccer.com, play with passion. Umbro, true to soccer since 1924. Subway, eat fresh. Powerade, Ion 4 with all the electrolytes, it's the complete sports drink. WBS action coming your way this Sunday. St. Louis Atletica will play host to FC Gold Pride. That is July 26th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Then the Gold Cup final. Those are the two teams everyone expected to be there, U.S. and Mexico, for the chance to win the Gold Cup. East Rutherford, New Jersey. That's this Sunday. Pre-game kicks off at 2:30, with the game kicking off at 3 p.m. Sunday on Fox Soccer Channel. We are at halftime here. Miami with the 1-0 lead over the Minnesota Thunder. Thunder have won 2 games in a row, trying to make that 3. Steve Bell joined by Hall of Famer Buzz Lagos. Buzz, you spent 16 years coaching. You're still coaching up here in the booth. What does Minnesota have to do here in the second half?
Well, they have to come out more aggressively going forward. They've got to get their touches to each other, 1- and 2-touch soccer, find the forward's feet, get it back to the midfield players, play it wide. I'd like to see the backs, Quirk and Andrew Peterson, make more positive overlapping runs, get down to the line and get some crosses in. Ricardo's got to get in the box along with Civilicus to get numbers and just create more chances for the team.
So a lot. They got to do a lot.
A lot on attack. And you'll see Miami's going to try to sit in this lead, maybe get a goal somehow, but they're going to hold the ball. They're going to try to draw fouls, break up the Thunder's rhythm. You saw that in the end of the first half, how they sort of milked the fouls and took their time getting up, breaking the Thunder's rhythm. So they've got to overcome that.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights of how Miami got that lead.
You see a great 2-on-2 situation right now. And Ruopo comes inside, just cracks a great shot. Sort of goes by 3 defenders, wants to touch inside. Jonathan Greensboro's there, gets turned around. Wonderful finish.
And not a lot you can do to defend that one. They talked about the transition game being important. It was huge there in the first half. 13 fouls, 3 corners. Fairly clean game. The 1 yellow card on Diachenko. And the shots 4 for Minnesota. They've looked dangerous at times on the set pieces. What will they bring here in the second half? Stay with us. We've got the second half kickoff coming up right after this.
During the Autobahn for All event, you can get great deals.
It's perfect. I just want to make sure it's the right decision.
Future us? We got here as quick as we could.
Look, it's the CC. You don't pay for scheduled maintenance. You get the car of your dreams. Seriously, us. Just drive it.
You're right. Let's take this one. It's a time-space continuum thing.
The future.
Now during the Autobahn for All event, lease a 2009 CC for just $319 a month. Hurry in before your future Volkswagen is history.
The toaster isn't real, Brian.
Real? I'll tell you what's real, Brian. The new Toasty Toasty $1 sub sale. Buy any size of these 4 famous subs and get the second for just $1. Let's feast.
Buy one, get one for $1.
Quiznos.
Toasted, toasted.
This is Bob. Seems to be a lot of rumors going around about this chubby Santa. That's because Bob made a call to Enzyte about natural male enhancement. And what did he get? Why, a sleigh full of confidence, a sack full of pride, and the one thing that every lady likes, the joy of a gift that keeps on giving.
Call or go online now to find out how to get a 30-day sample.
Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
If you've ever been curious about natural male enhancement, there's never been a better time to try a sample pack of Enzyte. Visit Enzyte.com or call toll-free for a sample pack. Call right now and you'll also get 2 free packs of Enzyte Topical Rush. With an offer this big, it's enough to throw a parade. Sample packs are in stock now and shipped to you within 48 hours. Offer only good while supplies last. Limit 1 per household. Enzyte, the once daily tablet for natural male enhancement.
Integrated Sports and Traffic Sports USA present CONCACAF World Cup qualifying as Trinidad and Tobago battles El Salvador live on pay-per-view Wednesday evening, August 12th at 7:30 Eastern. Both nations know victory is paramount in order to keep the dream alive. South Africa 2010. Trinidad and Tobago, El Salvador, Wednesday evening, August 12th at 7:30 Eastern, live on pay-per-view. To order, contact your pay-per-view provider.
Because I can put it in from 50 yards.
Sprint turf. This is my turf. Because I will play fair
and show no mercy.
This is my turf.
Because I respect my body.
My body.
My body. This is my turf.
Because those are my kids.
This is my turf.
It's beneath their feet. This move, that tackle. Sprint turf, designed and built for perfection. Serviced by one great company.
Listen up. This is my turf. This is my turf, baby.
Sprint turf.
This is my turf.
Welcome back to Blaine, Minnesota, as the fans have been entertained through 45 minutes, looking on, hoping for some more goals here in the second half, specifically from the guys in Navy, the Minnesota Thunder, who trail the Miami FC Blues by a score of 1-0. Fantastic complex out here in Blaine. You got soccer fields everywhere. Joined by Buzz Lagos, I'm Steve Bell. Talk about this soccer tournament that's going on. Over 800 teams around here.
Well, you have 50 fields in this sports complex for soccer, and they bring in 800 teams from around the United States and around the world. It's a wonderful event. It started in 1985. In fact, my son, Manny Lagos, is a 14-year-old, played in the first ever USA Cup back in that year. It's a wonderful facility, and you see the stadium that they've redone, and now it's one of the top soccer stadiums in the country, I believe, for this size. Holds about 8,000 to 10,000 people, and it's a gorgeous facility. Wonderful field. The states are in great position. There's great sight lines. And as I know, the players just love the surface because it's a wonderful playing surface too. So it's people sometimes are surprised in Minnesota. How'd you get this wonderful complex? Especially when the foreign teams come in and they say, "Wow, American soccer. Where's this come from? What a facility!"
It's fantastic. And again, everywhere you look, you see the fields. As far as you can see, from the little kids all the way up to the adults are in the USA Cup. And then we've got the pros here in center stage as we are underway here in the second half. Miami wearing the all-white and Minnesota Thunder in the navy.
Not on Ricardo's left foot, so he couldn't quite make things happen there.
Already we see,
but nice aggressive play by the Thunder right from the start. They have to come right at Miami. They have to be patient. The goals always come right away, but you have to keep attacking. Good run by Jeremiah Bass, and no ball by Andrew Peterson.
The build up top to Bass and tight defending.
Williams has been forced back there for Miami, playing very well in the center defense.
Here's the ball over the top. The man we saw at halftime in El St. Preux. And he has it taken away.
Just trying to do it by himself, a little bit too much. You will win games sometimes with good individual play, but you can't be selfish with that ball. You've got to move that around.
The build up now, quick glance of the field. Looks like there was the one substitution. Trainer who had been hobbling and really fought his way through, as this is out for what they're going to say is a goal kick.
Great defending by Diaz. He just uses his body so well. Otherwise, Civilicus can't quite get his body in front of him. And if Civilicus could have held that body position, then Diaz would have been fouling him.
Into the game is Zurab Tiskardizi from the Soviet Union. He'll play left back for Miami. And his trainer, who got bumped up early going, did a nice job to really finish that half, but you could tell he was in pain. Looks to be the one sub. Miranda. You saw the moves there at halftime from St. Preux, but he hasn't really got going. He started out with a couple unforced errors out there, and when he is on, he could take players on and make things happen, just has not gotten in the rhythm yet.
He's got to get in the right spots in the field, too, to get the ball. Usually you want to get it wide, the flank, and almost in the attacking third of the field. That's where he does his best work.
Balchenko was surrounded by a couple defenders, and the giveaway. You'd have to think as well that Miami is going to sit back, as you mentioned, play very compact, bide their time, and wait for the counters.
Now they're going to keep possession for a while. Look for a moment to draw a foul, and sequence here again. Coming at him.
Serna with the cutback. He's got 3 goals on the season. Get it outside. Offside, though. Minnesota trying to press the tempo. Cuevas Kirk.
He's got to get that ball. There's a large gap up top. He got 4 across the top for the Thunder, and that's not good sequence at all. He got them in trouble. They had 4 forwards, and nobody in that midfield area. It was 4 up and 6 back.
defending that time by Tiscaridze, who will step up to take the throw. Keeps possession. Goldberg now completes the switch to Williams. It's a good pass from the right back to keep.
Good play by Miranda, too, to hold on to the ball under pressure from Peterson.
Checking back to it nicely. Arango with some room. What can he get going here for this Minnesota team that wants their 3rd win in a row?
Get some balls in that midfield and get it forward now. Find the forward's feet, too. Run by Civilicus.
Peterson. And just a combination play up top has not been on.
That's a good idea by Civilicus, but it wasn't on. Didn't have any people running for him or with him.
And a lot of this is what you don't want to see when you're not being pressured and you're not completing that 15-yard pass.
Sloppy unforced pass by Jonathan Greenfield. He's got a better touch, get in the right spot. And also, Quirk's got to get out wide early for him, too.
Another giveaway. They give it right back. I'm trying to make something out of that. At first it was Greenfield, and then Kirk.
Barbara Script just trying to play too fancy and in a tight space.
Pressure from Paulo Araujo. Wins the throw. 51st minute. Daichenko trying to get the team motivated a little bit, a little elevated, not coming out flying here in the second half.
Miami's been good with the ball. They're tough on it.
Serna posting up to try to get it. Merritt was there as well. Goldberg. Flag was up. Good step up by Andrew Peterson.
Yeah, they held him, and Andrew had won that ball too, but Serna was offside. Thunder can't quite get that good link to the midfield and find the forward's feet, get it back to midfield again and get it forward again.
Daichenko gets it around.
Good run.
Tiscaridze. And really just a frustration shot that time. Beat his man, was happy to be there, and but not really the angle he's going to shoot it, and the form wasn't there.
The likelihood of him scoring from that spot, that's Drake, is not very high. Watch again. He makes a good run inside, but now you want to combine. You want to be creative, not just whack a shot. And that's the limitation players have sometimes. They just don't know how to use that creativity.
I think that was a perfect description. That wasn't even taking a shot. That was whacking a shot.
Now's a chance for Thunder to get pressure on, lock Miami in, win the ball. I don't mind a service in this space. Now we can put some pressure on, get the ball back.
And get it back with the throw. Yep. Kirk Bass, captain here for Minnesota. And again, the unforced errors really are a surprise. No one's around and just not completing the simple passes. And when you can't complete the simple ones, it's going to make attacking in the final third a lot more challenging. Good post up.
Good Civilicus.
Ryan Civilicus linking up that time with Bass.
Bass just got to handle Williams. Williams is a force back there. Jeremiah is just that slight build midfielder. Big strong central defender just works him over. Watch this. Steps in tight. Little body contact. Jeremiah goes down.
Nice switch here. Room for Kirk. What can he do with it?
Back inside. Oh, nobody's there though.
Looked like that was the one area no one was making the run.
And St. Preux's got to get there. I always say, trust your teammate. Trust he's going to get that ball in there. St. Preux getting that space. Would have been a great chance to score a goal. Just hesitated. At least the Thunder's being more positive with their approach.
A game of seconds and inches that time, and I think the second he took to think about the run kept him out just far enough out of reach of getting on the end of that cross. Diachenko, round one. Zreb Skeritzi deflects it out.
Good little combination play. I would like to see Kirk get more involved with Diachenko and try to do a little 2-on-2 and break open and get a better cross in. They did earn the corner kick.
This one line drive right in front was all there. Everything was right. And he knows it. Unmarked, trying to get the redirection.
Again, I like plays to turn their bodies, make their shoulders parallel to the goal line, and whack that ball for goal.
Maybe overthought it. Looked like he moved the whole body there to get it towards the target. That is as dangerous as Minnesota has looked on the corner.
It was a great opportunity. If he technically just had done a better job, and it could have been 1-1. Really run by Jeremiah Bass on that corner kick, too, to open up that area.
Merritt. Miranda. And that's a smart play from Miranda.
Again, Miami wants to take time off the clock. Thunder's got to move up faster. Jeremiah should be up there helping out.
And they got a link right now. You got two players pushing for Minnesota. The rest are dropping back. And if it's not together, not going to work. Minnesota breaks that down. Excuse me, Miami breaks it down very easily.
Not a good ball in. That's a ball for Nick Platter.
Lucas Platter, third in the league in minutes played in the goalkeeper position behind Gaudette, Puerto Rico, Hunter Gilstrap from Cleveland.
Kirk drew the foul on that one. So. Again, Ricardo uses left foot in swinger, try to get in that far post area.
Sanchez did well on the last corner. Let's see what he's got here on the set piece. Deflected. Oh. Another.
I think that was Olam who got the bump on and just couldn't get on target, but again, here it comes. Again, that can be a very dangerous one. Hannigan was off his line about 4 yards and up over the head and under the bar. Could have been a goal.
That's 2 in a row now where Minnesota's had the restart, won the header, could not get it on target. But they're getting active, they're getting forward, they're at least getting the looks. Steal by Sanchez. Diachenko. One by Araujo. Outside to Miranda, who's got some room. With Miranda. Tries to get the pass inside. Great ball to Araujo, who could not bring it down. The vision that time from Miranda was good. Execution was good, but the touch from Araujo let him down.
He just couldn't. It was a very tight space with 2 players around him. I think he did well to get a touch on it. Civilicus almost had it. Good again. Good strength of play by Williams.
How do they get Civilicus more active? How do they get him more touches?
Well, again, he's not going to get a ton of touches. He'll just get into spaces and try to get on the end of a good cross or a good ball. I mean, Civilicus doesn't have great skill in tight spaces. So it's more a cross, a service. He runs onto it, runs into a space, shield the ball well.
Seems like most of his opportunities in this game have been from his own work defensively. Here again, he's sandwiched between 2 Miami defenders, and that pass won't work. Back to Platter. Diachenko, hard challenge there, play on. Whistled the second time.
Again, Williams showing his physical presence. Not going to let Diachenko get away from him. Diachenko got a touch.
He's a big boy, 6'4", 195 out of Philadelphia. Over the top looking for Diachenko, giving chase. And out for the goal kick.
Yeah, good defending. I think it was Diaz.
this one.
Serna uses his body so well to shield that ball.
A lot of people didn't know what to expect with Diego Serna coming back with Miami. A lot of excitement around his return in the Miami area, and got off to a great start in their opening game with a goal and an assist. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists on the season for 8 points.
Good touches, very skillful player, very smart player. Frees up by Miami.
Now some room. Serna made his run and the flag went up. Good call there. And well, we had a great view from this angle. He just needed to wait a couple more seconds.
Yeah.
Although when you don't have the breakaway speed, you're trying to get every inch you can.
Yeah, I just tell you, you got to watch that last defender. Oh, good ball. Nice.
Fresh legs. Goritzi. He's pushed forward now. He's left a void in that back line now. Minnesota can't take advantage of it.
These little sloppy passes where they need to be. Diachenko needs to get that ball right on target. Oh,
look at this opportunity for Araujo, looking for number 2, beats the defenders and beats the keeper. It's 2-0. 2 counterattack goals for Miami, both from the same man.
Araujo, great ball, great run. Right foot again. She finds that far post. Nick came out well, I think, but Araujo hit that bending, dipping ball. Ball right into a dangerous space.
Boy, the one guy you don't want to leave open. Look at this.
That space there. Andrew Peterson got caught up, and the defenders weren't reading it well. Whack, boom, inside the far post. Great accuracy, great finish.
The touch, the head up, and again, the far post finish. He did it in the first half.
Yeah. Nick probably had to come out even further. He sort of hung back a little too far. Could have even more of an angle.
2 goals for Miami, both very similar. Paulo Araujo Jr.
The Thunder's hanging their heads about right now. It's tough to get back in this game. They're going to work hard at it. It's going to be tough for them.
Bringing out Diachenko. And Cuevas Kirks are 2 players on the right side. Out of play. So Minnesota now really in trouble. Plenty of time getting the fresh legs in there, but you can't give up the counterattacks knowing that's what Miami is looking for.
Not. Araujo is just doing a great job at finishing, too.
Rich Costanzo checks in at right back. Has his first touch right there from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. Started his career at Penn State before transferring to Maryland. Helped the Terrapins win the national championship. Here's a great opportunity. Oh, offside. The run was there. Flag was up, and
St. Preux, I just use the phrase to my forwards, please watch that last defender. See where he is. Just don't run into space without giving an eye to the last defender.
That's all you need to do, right? That last defender, just keep your eye on him and timing. It's all about the timing.
Yeah, I say watch the space, the ball, and the last defender. Those 3 things, and you'll be fine. Most forwards can only watch 2 of them. That gets them in trouble.
Some can only watch 1.
That's right.
Fusion on the back line now. There is Costanzo, who checked in.
Ball, Ricardo Sanchez.
Good cut back here. Trying to cut into the lead.
Yeah, Dale's got to get that cross in. Dale Wild's got to make it happen.
Burst of speed here. Look at the room now for Miami. Trying to make it 3, the low cross, and give credit to Costanzo, who came out, cut the angle down, cleared it away, but not far enough. Miami with a rocket shot over the top.
Things are breaking down for the Thunder right now. Miami's got them back at their heels. Andrew Peterson got beaten badly on the flank. Can't quite clear the ball out, giving up possession, and Miami's taking advantage of it. They're playing with confidence now. Unless the Thunder
that's the key. It's the confidence. Don Gomez talked about it with his team where they lost a lot of close games early on or gave up leads, and when you lose the confidence, it makes it very difficult. Working hard in this game, but allowing those 2 counterattack goals. Heads are down right now. Serna giving chase. Still Diego Serna. Marco Terminesi, who had a touch there, left midfielder.
I thought that was wide. It was Tim Reese who came in. Tim Reese had a great goal the other night against Comunicaciones last Wednesday night.
Break now for Miami in the area.
Rajos loves to come in and finish.
Serna. Plenty of blue jerseys back there to defend. And Prue. The return pass and a burst of speed. Can he get away? The cutback to Silikis. Back to Prue. Good 2-man combination, and after all of that,
a wasted ball.
A wasted ball, the final pass. It's always the final pass.
That finish, that cross that you need. A great combination running here. Good run by St. Prue, and right here, just that concentration. That his foot was flat. He sort of aimed it. I always warn players, don't aim your shots across. Just whack that ball, hit it.
So whack's a good thing now.
It is a good thing at times.
All right.
In the right positions.
There we go.
I used to actually use the phrase shoot. Shoot that ball. Get that cross in without aiming it.
Yeah.
You want to be accurate with it, but you do it because your brain knows where your legs are going to hit the ball to.
Sometimes overthinking it causes problems.
Foul. Referee didn't. Carlos Sanchez got pulled down.
Goldberg with possession. Trainer.
Civilicus. It's a good pressure by Civilicus. Oh, not a good pass by
Miami loses possession. Out to Terminesi. At the fresh legs. Too much on that pass. Well, Miami just looks like the better team right now. Cleaner, crisp passing.
Somebody's got to get a little lucky, get something to really happen to get back in this game with a goal.
Costanzo with the overlap.
The cross.
That's not a bad cross from Costanzo there. He put it in that position far enough out where Hannigan really had to come off his line. Nobody attacking it.
Nobody running, that's right. You need a runner in that space, taking it. Believe in your teammates when they get the cross in.
Scarazzi takes it all the way back, and good skill from the Russian left back. And then Cristiano Diaz. Not a lot of thought in that one. He just wanted it out of his end and did just that.
2-0 lead?
Yeah, it's a great
destructive
play.
Soccer.
Yep.
So I say break it down.
The more they can break it down, disrupt the play.
11 players behind the ball, and makes it tough for Minnesota. Ron Costanza.
Blue inside. Sanchez. Costanzo with a nutmeg. Gets around his man, low cross there. Makes the right decision there. Third nutmeg of the game. Unfortunately, they're not getting the points for it, but good work from
great little play by Costanza. Just boom, right to the legs. Just could not get the bump over that defender, and there was nobody running really strong near post runs. Thunder didn't really have the numbers in the box to make things really happen.
This one right in front. A little bit of a problem for Hannigan. He came out and knocked it away. That was a line drive to the near post.
You saw the early run by Terminesi to the near post area. It kind of froze Hannigan. He couldn't really come out with confidence. Had to bat that ball away.
Sanchez will do it again from the corner spot.
Another near post runner, but
Minnesota needs a goal to cut it in.
Oh, yeah.
Caught in no man's land. Hannigan was there. Great look. The subs are getting very active.
Yes. Yeah, you made the save. Got caught, but he recovered to make the save. Watch over the top of him. Can't quite get to it.
Moved it off the ball. Boy, great recovery from Hannigan, who was beat, got back.
Moved his feet well and got behind that ball.
This
Thunder on all those corner kicks.
Again, when they look at the tape of the game, they will see they had opportunities. Foul is whistled. Terminacy. And again, you give credit to Don Grabenz with the subs he's made. Immediate impact. That's what you look for. Terminacy with the header.
Rango wrong side. Bueso just not good defending. Not smart. And again, see Miami takes their time in the ball. Bueso gets up slowly. Massages the muscles a bit. It's up 1 minute, 2 minutes off the clock. Good head. Saturday went up well.
Second ball is won by Bass. Civilicus. Stanzo with a nice touch. See what St. Preux can do. Oh, not his night tonight.
That's right. I said his passing lets him down. He does some great balls, great things individually with the ball, but he'll give up some soft passes.
Melvin Tarley, who's a very exciting player. Got 2 goals on the season. Will check in.
And it's not that Civilicus has played badly. You're just looking for a little spark up top to get some fresh legs on the field. You have 20 minutes left. Well, it's enough time for Melvin to try to make some things happen around that penalty area.
What does a player like Tarley bring that Civilicus doesn't? Obviously, the breakaway speed. What other elements can he really bring to Minnesota right now?
He's actually more skillful in tight spaces with the ball, so he can run at guys and go by them. He's a little taller, win some air battles. Doesn't quite have the work rate of Civilicus. Doesn't have the scores of this year, although he can score goals. He's got a couple, 2 or 3 goals. But again, hopefully he has fresher legs now.
And that's a key. A game really hasn't been a fast-paced game where the defenders are extremely tired, but anytime you've got that sub, as a coach, you're looking for that immediate impact. Taking control of it. You see right now coming back, welcome to the game.
Great defense by Williams, because Melvin actually had a nice little outside of the foot touch. It looked like he would have got some space to get away, and Williams just stayed on his back and got the sliding tackle in and won the ball.
Williams has been very solid. That'll be your worst fear as a guy checking into the game. You're not fresh, and you got a 6'4", 195-pound guy behind you with hard challenges that are fair. Costanzo, where he's looked good there. The burst of speed, the pass inside, and then not a good decision to keep it from Bass.
Yeah, Jeremiah had no idea what to do when the ball was coming into him. Olam, make a run.
Bass this time, again, Olam is there, he's through. A chance, Terminacy, yes! And it's in! They've cut the lead in half. The sub has done it.
Great battle by Olam. Hold on to keep the ball alive into Bass, and right onto Terminacy's left foot, and just beat the keeper near post. Oh, there's a great finish, and it brings life back to the crowd and back to the Thunder again. They hold the offside line. Touch. Woo.
Boy, he set that on a tee, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Good snap of that left leg. Watch that left leg snap. Whoop. Just cracks it in there.
Fantastic finish, bringing life to this Minnesota team.
We've seen 3 good goals tonight, Steve.
We have. Terminacy gets his first of the season. Again, you're looking for that immediate impact from the sub. How about it?
He scored a great goal against Comunicacion, as I said the other day. Ran the length of the field and dribbled the keeper. Now Miami's a little back on their heels. They're going to try to getting 11 players behind the ball quickly.
Now when you have to use that momentum, if you're Minnesota, you've got a little bit of that spring in your step, a little more confidence now. Bass. Again, give credit, I think, to Rich Costanzo, who started that attack with the burst of speed from that right back position. 2 of the subs factoring in on the goal.
Very much so. He made a good positive touch inside, laid it off there.
Eagle One assisted with the wrap up for the 2009 Minnesota Thunder. Eagle One assisted with the Columbus.
So 15 minutes left to see if the Thunder can get not just 1 goal, 2 goals from my perspective.
You mean for TV perspective? You want lots of goals anyhow.
Well, I want the Thunder to come out on top.
goes over the top. Stanzo's there. Good challenge. They're looking for St. Preux to be a little bit more active.
Did he call a foul?
Called last touch by
Oh boy, I don't think
Minnesota. Crowd didn't like it.
No, I didn't see that either. I think the linesman made a mistake on that one.
Inside. Challenge from Peterson. Getting a little nippy again. Bass comes in and will get the card.
I like Mirando's tenacity on that one and getting on the ground. And, some people say you can't play the ball on the ground. You can play it on the ground. But a foolish foul by Jeremiah. Here we go. The ankle. I'm like holding my calf now. I'm injured.
Well, you look at the biggest problem for this is it takes away the momentum. You got Minnesota scores the goal, cuts the lead in half. This gives Miami time to...
That's right. Thunder's rhythm's broken right now. Miami just wants to hang out around the ball a while.
Make their adjustments, get back, realize, hey, we still have a lead. We're in control of this game, and not what you want there. You want to keep that flow going and see what Miami can do with it. Well, it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would to get that back into play.
If I was coaching Miami, I'd say, be a little more patient. Get a possession ball on this one.
That ankle's still bothering you a little bit, I think. Menz has done a nice job with his substitutions tonight.
So right now he's up encouraging his players up the field, putting pressure on Miami now. Long throw, need a head.
Menz says he tries to stay even keel, whether it's a win or a loss. One of the things he wants to do is always give confidence to his team and let them know he's there. Always a difficult task. Young team trying to guide them and show them what to do in times like this, but this is when you're looking for the veteran players to step up a little bit, take control of the game. Oh.
Serna's so good to hold on to that ball.
Put it in a dangerous spot.
Good tackle by Rango.
Crowd has come to life here in Blaine, Minnesota. Switch to St. Preux. Great idea.
Nice interception by Goldberg.
Serna again, first touch into space. And the cutback here. Another opportunity for Minnesota. They've got players going forward. Here's your goal scorer, Aranesi. To Sanchez.
They just cannot get that ball around that first defender.
And here is an injury as looks like Alan Marcina set to check in for Miami.
For Paulo Araujo, the goal scorer.
Cramping up a little bit. He'll take his time coming out.
Now again, the referee wisely should add on time. Should be keeping track how long this takes for the players to get off the field.
Never seems to match though, does it? They never get that full reimbursement of time. But how about the night that Paulo Araujo had? Came into this game with 1 goal on the season and doubled that output tonight. 2 fantastic finishes. His night is over. He's done his work.
He sure has. He's really helped Miami out in this game. And finishing is so important in this game. As we know, there's the obvious statement: if you don't score goals, you don't win the game. So he's done that for Miami.
Marcina, who checks into the game, has got 3 goals on the season for 6 points. Opportunity here, just over. And again, players getting active. That was Peterson.
Yep. Good inside run by Andrew Peterson. Got the ball on his right foot. Got nice little touches. Got away from the defenders. Just could not get that ball low enough on target.
Hit that well. Minutes plus stoppage time here for Minnesota to keep the winning streak alive. Would be a big road win for Miami. Miami with 6 wins on the season. Half of those wins, though, have come against Cleveland. Also beat Montreal, Austin, and Vancouver. Looking to add Minnesota to that list.
Prue again not making good decisions on that ball.
Peterson puts it forward. A little bit of chase here from Melvin Tarling. Catches up to it. Stop and go action, looking for some help. Tarley, all the way backside. Sanchez there, and oh, I'll tell you what. If you're a goalkeeper and you see your defender lighting up the shot, you hope he's got the skills to put it over.
That was good defense, though.
Piscarinzi did it. He
held off St. Preux. Great cross by Melvin.
Look at this.
Up high over the keeper.
Facing your goal, that's a little bit more difficult than it looks.
No, Ricardo Sanchez has to attack that ball with his head.
And the word, a lot of pushing going on. Right in front of
tight game now.
Hannigan in the nets. Opportunity, far post, Hannigan. Pushes that high in the air.
Dangerous corner kicks. Just tough for the people to handle these.
Minnesota's looked good on the corners here in the second half. Sanchez is going to do it again.
And the left footer. See if he can find somebody's head.
Leads the team in assists with 4. Looking for another one.
Back across the middle.
Still alive for Minnesota. Right in front. Tipped away. Loose. Oh! Can't get the touch.
So close for the Thunder.
I'll tell you what, it has not been Lionel St. Preux's night. This one.
Watch this again. Back over the far post, back across the goal mouth, battling for up in the air, ball down, pops out.
Right there. Oh.
Bolum just can't get a good foot on it. Did a little side of the foot reach instead of full instep with the laces.
Again, if you're Minnesota, and this game ends 2-1, you'll look back at all those chances that were so close. Miami really made the most of their opportunities.
Sure did.
The counterattacks. Here's a look. Win the corner.
Again, Miami wants this. They want the corner kicks. They want to take time off the clock.
There's the Sprint Turf goal scoring summary. Palo Arajo Jr. with 2 goals, 1 in each half, and then the sub Marco Terminesi cut the lead in half. Is it enough?
Again, you see Miami taking their time in the corner kick. If I'm the referee, though, I'm adding time on. I know it might be a Thunder referee, but I'm adding time on.
You're doing a little bit of everything. You're color commentating. You've got the coaching, and now helping out with refereeing. You're a busy man tonight.
You just can't let players just take the game away like this. Want the game to play.
Huge opportunity now for Minnesota. Jailbreak going the other way. They've got 3 pushing forward and can't complete the pass. They had 4 in the attack.
That was a time for Sanchez to get the ball on his left foot.
As you said before, you got to keep moving it there. And this one out of play. Miami looks to go to the bench.
That was a good opportunity for the Thunder, and Ricardo just rushed through his right foot, had to cut back, get his left foot. Bolum was on the inside, and Melvin Tarley ready to go.
Pedro Faefe set to come in. And again, more disruption of the time here. And he will check in the forward position. Looks like Hueso will come out. And a good job by Miami coaching staff as well. Again, using the substitution now to break up the rhythm of the game.
Yes, they are. And actually, I don't mind if you do it that way, but if you do it to delay the game, that's when I think time should be added on. The Thunder was doing the same thing. I didn't mean they say, oh, yeah, that's the way you play the game. The clock guy said, no, the spirit of the game is let's get the game going right away, get the sub in and out, and we keep playing soccer. So we're using it to time waste. They say, no, that's not, let's add time on.
Bass is fouled. Captain's trying to get his team going here. Late going, they're running out of time.
Get people moving forward.
Stanzo gets into the attack again. AC wins the throw. Looks like Minnesota now with maybe 3 in the back, getting more forward. Terminesi, good touch back. Too slow on the cross, though, from Olum. And that makes matters worse with the foul to slow it down again. Anytime they're getting whistled, again, breaking the rhythm, that's exactly what Miami wants here.
Exactly right to do it. It's a wise team. They're doing that. They take their time in the free kick now. And watch again, he is sandwiched inside. Goes down pretty easily. But that's what he's trying to do.
side. So good with possession. Does keep that one. Over to Miranda. No need to go forward here for Miami, but they will. Looking for the third one. Not a lot on that one, but that was
head to the corner.
Head to the near post until Platter slowed it down.
Not enough Thunder players up here. Nick Platter should have held on to that ball a little longer.
Touch forward. Possession to keep it now. Miami heads up. Smart soccer, moving the ball. And now the sense of urgency. Terminace is going to have to get a touch. Hard challenge from behind. Play on.
They've got to start getting their midfielders a little tired now. Jeremiah Bass and Olam, they're not quite getting in the spaces quickly, not being in good support positions.
Terminace with a touch.
Oh, not a good touch there though.
Gets around Sanchez. Good burst of speed out of the back from Goldberg. Where are these fresh legs from? And again, heads up play. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Big game tonight between the Charleston Battery and the Carolina Railhawks. And how about that? The Battery get the 3 points. That's huge. Look at the top spots in USL First Division. Big win over the Railhawks tonight.
Yeah, the Battery's got it playing very well now. They've got a good team, winning some big matches. I'd say their team in Portland and Puerto Rico are the hot teams in the league.
Well, again, you said it before. There's so many teams in this league, and we've seen it the last couple years. Last year was a little bit of a surprise when you had the top 2 seeds actually make it to the championship game. That's more of the exception than the rule. Step one is making it to the playoffs in the postseason. Then basically anything can happen. But Islanders, Battery, Portland, all looking very good here.
And a good possession sequence by Miami. Just running the clock down. Thunder just cannot get the ball back.
And when they do,
Charlie hold on to it. Oh, gives it up.
Yeah, good, nice defensive work by Scarizzi again. And they're just more movement right now off the ball from Miami than Minnesota. They're just by the looks of it, they want it more right now. They're moving more, keeping possession, moving it around, and it's going to take something big here for Minnesota.
Offside, yes. Minnesota again, the fatigue factor gets in, and they just aren't making the quick decisions. Jeremiah Bass not quite getting that ball where it needs to go.
They won't allow the substitution as Miami wants to go to the bench one more time. Look at all that space, though, in the center of the field.
Yeah, that's where Conte came in for. Olam has to be, Bass has to be there. Just too much standing around.
Touch back is going the wrong way if you're Minnesota.
2 minutes of regular time and see what happens. Again, Conte's got to get forward more. He's got to push up behind the forwards.
This is just too slow here, though.
Just playing across the back.
4-on-2, and they're just...
What that Sanchez back there? What's he doing back in the defensive line?
Here we go. Costanza now with some room, but too far, and will allow Miami to get Connolly Adosian. We were just talking about the Carolina Railhawks losing night. A former Railhawk. Adosian checks in for Diego Serna, who's going to take his time, give some last-minute instructions. Breakaway speed.
I mean, I figure there'll probably be about 3 or 4 minutes of added time on, and still enough time for Thunder to get a goal, get a point out of this game.
Working tight spaces from Rich Costanzo.
Well, they got a lucky call. I thought that was off of Costanza.
I think Costanzo did as well. He went back the other way.
Yeah.
Trying to draw the foul there and just not keeping possession. Tarley double teamed, and
he's got to play strong. Melvin's a big guy. I just get there's a good steal.
Sanchez with a quick burst, try to win it back, but Miami is a team that can protect the ball when they do. Alan Marcina, the vision to complete the switch.
Good possession now.
Merritt's there. possession, wins it back. As we've completed the 90, and I would think at least 3 minutes of stoppage time, maybe more. Waiting for that signal. In any event, Minnesota running out of time to keep their winning streak alive. Of stoppage time. So, what do you think, Buzz? Is that
sure? It's sufficient. 1 minute's sufficient. You got to get the ball though for the Thunder. Miami's doing a great job.
Yeah, Miami might keep the ball for the entire 4 minutes. The way they're knocking it around. Again, the foul. Maybe Rich Costanzo's first mistake of the game.
What a foolish foul. I mean, here you take the. You need to show patience on defense. You need to be tough and tenacious without fouling. Here it is, just took away a good minute of the game. They'll play it short. It might even be a 2-minute sequence now. You won't get the ball back.
And it's just awareness of the game, isn't it? I mean, it's
exactly right.
Aware of where you are and what you need to do in certain situations.
Yeah. They play it short, in the corner, to the corner flag. Now you need a double team. Come around them. Carlos Sanchez, you get his hands. Not good.
Does win it back. And then gives it away again. Sanchez got to get it out of all the way up to Tarley with a great touch. There's a nice combination play and should be a foul, and it is. And again, the sense of urgency has to be there for Minnesota.
Down about 90 seconds. Maybe a little more than that. About 2.5 minutes. Strong header.
Look at the Miami bench there looking on. They know they don't want to let these 3 points slip away. Platter out. That could be a corner, and they're whistling a throw in. They'll say throw.
Like a corner to me from this angle. But
yeah, I agree. Looked like it might have gone right out over the flag, but throw in quickly taken for Minnesota. Trying to get a shot. The cutback. Ball's loose for Minnesota. Trying to tie it up right in front. Hannigan comes out. He has looked good. Still Minnesota. This touch might be too far. Back post, players there. Here's Tarley trying to keep it alive, and it is out for a goal kick.
Well, good sequence there by the Thunder. Great. Andrew Peterson just got that ball before it went over the end line.
I guess what I'm trying to say is well, here's a 20. Are we cool?
Yeah, we're cool. I'm sorry for what I said.
Nah, forget it. We all say stupid things.
Hey, Grandma?
Yeah.
Did your dad ever say he gave up on you?
Where'd that come from?
I'm messing up in school, and Dad said he's giving up on me.
Wow. You know, my dad might have beat me like an old blanket, but he never gave up on me. That is cold, dude. You know, you might want to get your crap together.
We've got a winner. Playtex Advanced Fiber Network, you get the best internet, digital TV, and phone, but you also get the best customer service. When you're ready to call Cox, we'll be ready to help.
George! You gotta see this.
Yeah, I know. The sky is pink, orange, and red. It's the most beautiful sunset ever. I love you too. I'm watching a hockey fight.
It's Max.
What now?
Come on.
What are you doing?
My homework.
Yeah?
I'm not going to be held back. Don't give up on me.
Oh, man. Look, Max, I'm sorry I said that. Cat was angry. I'd never give up on you, son. I believe in you. I have faith in you. Now sign this legally binding contract.
You know, I still hate school, but I'm not going to let you down.
And we're not going to let you down either. Because a family is only as smart as its dumbest child. So let's make that Carmen again.
Hey!
Quiet, I'm teaching here. And we're going to help you out. Because if you fail, we fail.
I'm gonna change my schedule. I'll work with you after school on Mondays and Tuesdays.
And Wednesdays, I can blow off happy hour at Thirsties and come straight home to help.
You go to happy hour at Thirsties?
If you're going to use that tone, you're damn right I don't. What are you doing here, Mom?
Oh, relax. We're a big, happy family again. Max and I are fine.
She apologized to you?
No. But she gave me 20 reasons to get over it.
You just paid him off?
Yep.
You can't do that. You can't just buy family.
All those celebrity lesbians do it.
Okay, if you're paying $20 a hit, you must owe me like $600,000.
Shut your big fat identity hole.
I accidentally threw out your favorite Raiders jersey.
I'll get another one. My mom's having her house tenanted, so she might have to stay with us for a week.
I'll buy more beer.
Remember that time we went to the lake and it rained the whole weekend and we stayed in the